Just one. You? I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have a question about the Common Kai. The group your daughter and son-in-law were part of were the only one alive who would remember. Common Kai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me be. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Now she told us everything. And you, Ido. Just because this investigation is important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. May, your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much of mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died by some cult and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ido. But all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and to throw away while you move on. They have lives too. And you bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do. But ignoring the past will make it go away, and there's unfinished business from the Common Kai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? May, I promise to talk to you about this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? Alright. We'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So, you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when the Tomokachi found me and told me the society stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me like he did everyone else, desperately wanted me to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me, my youth, my mind, and then my child. And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of that was buried. No autopsies were performed. Or, if they were hidden. Why? It's that simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists. The Woods covered that up, and covered it up because the papers wouldn't sensational. So the papers wouldn't sensationalize on the deaths. That's it. After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimashi began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and impurity among the gods. My Emiko. She didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose that because she no longer believed she had an anchor to reality. It was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found a mask. The same one you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokumashi's always would keep it to himself. Oh, I needed it. You don't understand it. It allowed us to see strange things, and people were gone. The guru was a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or another, shoved it in my door, carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged for him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I'd ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. It's the collector. The collector. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions, and I thought if I had the mask that I could find her, that my hope that she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I heard her voice again. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Kakashi told you that as well, did she? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from the dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead for forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably the same, some few of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought I'd help you find her, then why did you give it? Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. Days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me, descending into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasha had used me many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions came, whispers, and got worse. So I put it out of my mind, tried the best as I could to live a life, solitude, ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. When you did, the mask was screaming out of voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe a sigh of relief before I heard the gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think it was the only one who knew what that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again, taking me away from me. Instead, it had passed a tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There's another person who knows about the mask, a girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No. I don't know anything about anyone by the name. Do you expect me to know everyone who was touched by the mask? No. We're involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. May told me you lost someone. A partner for the police, if that's right. If I'm right, I suggest you stop your search. Place is shown the mask is not really. I'm losing my mind. Stop while your mind and your body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I've had a time to examine the ancient texts in the shrine, and the mask grew further away. It loosened up its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the Kamikai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sever the connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save it from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought it couldn't be done. Said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma? Is everything alright? I overheard you talking about the mask. Yes, dear, but you don't need to worry. In fact, it's good to hear her like this. This talk involves you. My, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we get the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me not to be sensible, but I am quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they all still collapse to great power. Before I was content to die, as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary for myself. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do this right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in ritual or exorcism, whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the Kamenkai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see that there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day could be at the Kamenkai compound itself. The records of its location are lost, and they were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth, see what worshipping the mask has brought. When you return, you will help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back there once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you to allow you to feel. There is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels that were searched by Emiko. Sounds like your superstition to me. So, what exactly do you want in exchange for information? I believe the energies of the mask and the place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything it may help you. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well will. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Akigonda. Ayokigara. Hey, it's a suicide forest. Suicide forest. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose these woods have their fair share of tragedy and death. Righto. You can't just be charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work there, and I have heard the compass won't point north. Not only that, but well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about that mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by the mask. It's just hurt. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went to around, I thought I'd see you there. It wasn't the ritual or the charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to fear. I confronted it. When you took me to Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi was telling me all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from someone demon I'd invited myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Ayokigara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? May makes a good point. It's been there a long time. The Kamenkai compound is something you have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Akiogara is huge. How are you going to find the compound? May makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not some senile. It's a hike away from the bus stop outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go to town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path we used to time with the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. Continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. Forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path's still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left all alone after all these years. It still stands. After all, why would they bother destroying it? Go search for whatever truth you think you find, but be careful, detective. Do what must be done, and then leave. Staying here, I don't know. I hope that one day I enter that place and feel the energy I did. You'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. Depends on what I find. Don't be a fool. Finding what happened today will change nothing. But being haunted by the past changes in families like I once did. When you enter those dark places, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop it while it's still whole. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. May, see her out.